Hello. Let's make sure that we are public today. Last week I went live and the video was private, so if you didn't get a notification, that's why. Oh. Anywhoodles, what is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Thank you for joining me here for another hashtag Mindset Monday. This one is really super exciting because, well, we're speaking about divine timing, so it's perfectly gone along with that, but there has been a changing of the guard. I am super, super, super proud and excited and honored to say that I have officially quit my day job to focus on coaching, to focus on this, to focus on helping you and others figure out their own power. I have a lot of projects in the works, so I'm just really, really excited to fully dedicate my time and attention to this because this is obviously my calling, at least my current one, and it's definitely where I want to focus my efforts for the time being. So, or for the foreseeable future, I guess I should say, because what I have learned on this journey is that shit changes a lot constantly, and your desires grow and morph and come into fruition, and then once they do, you move on to new desires that you never even knew you could have, because you don't get them, you don't get those impulses until you move through another situation. So I'm super excited to be on this path. I don't know where it's going to lead me. I don't know what's up after. Obviously, I have no clue, but we'll just see where this goes. I'm finally starting to realize that I came on this planet to be this person, and like all of my personality traits, all of the things that I have developed, all of the things that I have suppressed. There's just a lot I'm realizing that has gone into making, the whole makeup of who I am as a person, and then ultimately what I'm doing now. It's just like those movies when like they show you little incremental things, and at the end like all these tiny little things like culminated into to making it the perfect storm of awesomeness to realize whatever situation or end. So I'm realizing myself that is definitely the case, and I don't know, this is the only thing that brings me joy, this and making music. So I can't afford to focus my attention away from the things that make me happy and the things that bring me true joy on this planet, because I have to practice what I preach, and I can't be doing something that I know is not right for me just because it gives me a paycheck. That's just like the literal opposite of everything I teach here. So it's all about, you guys are gonna see me going like, look, ma, no hands, no safety net. This is just, let's see where we go. And it's gonna be it's all about maintaining a positive attitude, maintaining a positive mood. That's actually the most important thing of all, is maintaining your mood, which I'm like a fucking roller coaster with mood sometimes. So it's been a challenge. It really has, but it hasn't been a challenge that I'm sad to do or that I'm mad I have to do or anything like that. It's a challenge I'm so glad that I have embarked upon, because it's changing my life. And I don't think if I had started the 30 days of alignment that I did in June, I don't think I'd be here now by the end of July. I don't think it would have. I mean, oh my God. I manifested this. Okay, it's so funny that I had that realization, because today's video is all about divine timing. I know, it's 4 minutes. I'm finally getting there. But you know what? Every moment of these videos is gold. So I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. The fucking divine timing, man. And it's tripping me up even today, because I forgot. I had the idea of what I was going to do my video on. I didn't write it down. And then I forgot all morning. I was like, damn it, what am I doing my video on? I'm out there walking my dogs, where I am when my ideas come. And I was thinking to myself, my only job now, the only job I have is to be completely and utterly satisfied in every moment. That's all I have to do. That's literally my only job. And I just kept thinking, that's my only job, is to be satisfied. My only job is to be satisfied. I was kind of chanting that in my head. And then I kind of broke out of it and I thought, what was I doing my video on today? I can't remember what my video was on. And I said, you know what? The universe will tell me, because and I literally said it like divine timing. And it was so like ridiculous that I was like, oh yeah, it's about divine timing. And it was just whatever. Anyways, where I'm going with all of this is that once you start aligning yourself and getting into this pattern and this habit of choosing positive thoughts, of catching yourself when you start to derail on the negative, and like stopping it and just like pushing back, pushing back, pushing back. Every little thought you got to push back, push back, push back. And ever since I've quit my job, I'm really working hard on that, because a lot of the fears are coming in, the anxiety of like, okay, now what, like, but I can't afford to let those take hold. So every time they do, I'm chanting something, I'm thinking of a thought that's a little less bad, and I'm just trying to work my way back to, again, like the level of satisfaction, which is that's where our baseline should be. It's all about being satisfied in the moment, because when you're satisfied with what you have, you will get more of that. And if you look at the positive aspect of every situation, there's always a negative and a positive side to every situation. If you look at the positive aspect of it and appreciate that, then you'll get more of that, of course. The way this ties into divine timing is that once you start making this a habit, once this becomes your general point of reference, when your good mood becomes the overall mood, you're like basically in the vortex, if you listen to Abraham Hicks, or you're aligned with your higher self, you're aligned with all of the things that you've manifested, you're vibrating on the frequency of all the things that you've manifested for yourself, all the good things, all the amazing things that you've asked for, because they're still waiting for you. And the law of attraction is just matching you up with whatever you are vibrating or emitting at that moment. So at any moment, whatever your frequency is saying, that's what the law of attraction is bringing to you. So when you are aligned with your higher self, when you're living in a positive mode, when you're focusing on the positive emotions, what happens is over time, you start getting into divine timing. You start getting into how do I say this? Your timing becomes aligned with the universe as well, or with your highest self. So you start having really good timing. You start showing up at the exact moment. You get the nudge to do something exactly when you need it to be there. Like you could have a million things come in between it, but you still show up right in that specific moment that you're supposed to be there. So I just want to give you a few examples that are these are kind of small examples, but this is what I'm talking about. It's these small, like, little, almost non-important things that happen that you can kind of grasp onto and focus on, so that it helps you, it gives you faith in knowing that the big things can happen too once you kind of release that resistance. But the first really funny divine timing thing that happened, my husband and I were on like a little walk through a nature trail in Hermosa, and we're walking. It's a long nature trail, but it's kind of in a neighborhood, and then all of a sudden you come to a street. And so, I don't know how to describe this succinctly. This path is like in the middle of a block, and you're kind of just like surrounded by all nature. You're kind of out, you don't realize where you are. And then when it comes to the sidewalk part, you're in the middle of a block. So you can go straight, jaywalking, which is illegal here in LA, or you can walk like half a block either direction to the sidewalk. So my husband and I get to this, just the break in the path, and we're at this intersection where we would be jaywalking if we kept moving forward. And there's just like car after car after car after car. It's a super busy intersection, and we were just like, like we just came out of this super serene walk, and you're just like all of a sudden like assaulted with just like cars and honking and loud music and people zooming off and trying to look all cool in their big ass fucking Hummers and stuff. So we just stand there for a second, and I'm like, what, all right, where do I go? What do I do? Because I'm trying to, stay aligned and just like follow my instincts. And I'm looking forward, and I'm like, that's not the way I want to go. That looks like Frogger. That looks very dangerous. this isn't right. So my husband's like, let's go to this side. And I was glad because I couldn't make a decision in that moment. He usually is good about just like, let's do this. So we go to the intersection. By the time we got to the intersection, there was no cars, like none, anywhere, any direction, and it's like a two-way. One way goes this way, and this. So there's actually like two intersections that crisscross. There was no fucking cars at all. They were all gone, and we just were like, what did that? What just happened? And we just like kept walking through our peaceful journey, and with no car coming. Anyways, okay, fine, okay. So, not even a week later, I'm walking my dogs. I'm out. I'm on a break. This was actually after I decided to quit my job, so I was like, oh, I felt so free. And I was walking my dogs, and I get to a point where I would normally turn around, and I see that there's an ice cream truck at the park across the street, and I had just put $2 in my pocket because I was going to grab a soda out of the vending machine. And I was like, you know what? Let me get something even icier. So I just was on a whim when I normally wouldn't have done it because I would have had to go back to my job. That would have been, a break that I would have to come back for a phone call or something. So I just was like, let me go to the park and get it. And I got a slushie. It was delicious. My dogs got to hang at the park for a minute. I walked back and I just was thinking, wow, this is like really satisfying. Well, I had another instance where I was crossing a super, super busy street and I was just like looking at it and just cars. And the second that the crosswalk light came on for me, there were no cars, like not even like waiting. When I'm telling these stories, like they weren't even like waiting. They completely disappeared. And it was like just serene. Like the serenity just kept on going because that's what we had been focusing on or in both these walks. The idea in my mind both times was like, wow, this is so peaceful and serene. I'm so glad I'm doing this. I love this. It's making me feel happy. Whatever the fuck I was thinking, I was having these positive thoughts about how peaceful and serene it was. And even though I was met at both times with, city life that could kill, I'm very concerned about safety at all times. This is another thing for me. It's like, it's more important for me because I value not having that anxiety of when like cars are coming at you and you're trying to cross the street and you're like, like I don't like that. I don't want to feel like that, especially when I'm having a beautiful walk with my husband or a beautiful walk with my dogs. So I had these two instances with like cars and just like all those strings that need to be pulled for an intersection to completely clear that was just full of crazy honking fast out of control drivers 5-10 seconds ago. That's the divine timing. That's the stuff that we're looking for. Another example that happened to me this morning, again, divine timing, when I had that thought, when I was thinking, right before I had the thought of, what is my video about again? When I was thinking, my only job is to be satisfied. My only job is to be satisfied in every moment. My only job is to be satisfied in every moment. I was thinking that for maybe a minute. I came out of that. I thought, what's my video about again? Oh, it's okay. It'll come to me in divine timing. That, and then I looked up and there was a truck that said, something like, okay, damn it. It was like your only job or the only job or something like that. It said something job. And I was like, again with these trucks, I keep having these trucks like coming to me with a message like a big, guys, it's early for me. Like these big like delivery trucks, that's what they're called, with the words written on them. And I keep running into these ones that have messages on them. And they keep coming to me in the perfect timing, of course, because I am in alignment. I'm tuned in, tapped, and turned on. That's what Abraham Hicks calls it. And that is just one of that's part of the whole aspect of being in alignment with your highest source or being in alignment with your soul, God, the universe. It's just that the little interweavings that make everything happen, once you become a cooperative component, you become one of these little fibers because you stop offering resistance. You just allow yourself to be happy and carefree and joyous and not in the way. Then you're moved in the same way that, a butterfly that comes and flutters in your face and flies off when you're having a good thought, the same way that is moved. In the same way that you think, okay, here's another thing. I wanted to go to the store. I had a bunch of things going on. I wanted to go. I knew I wanted to go. It was getting later and later. It was almost closed. And all these things kept popping in front. And I started to stress out. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to make it to the store. But I just kept putting it down, whatever. Anyways, so I got to the store right before it closed, and in the parking lot there was a G-Wagon, and this is one of my, if you watch my videos, that's one of my symbols. When I say G-Wagon, that's manifestation for me. And the license plate said, it was supposed to say risky, but it looked a hell of a lot like Roxy when I drove by it. And I was like, oh my God, this is why I had to wait to come here. This car was just happened to be in the parking lot in that moment when I pulled up after planning on going to this store for like 2 hours and then just barely squeezing it in at the last moment. And I get there and there's a fucking G-Wagon with my goddamn name on the license plate. It was divine timing. It was beautiful, and man, these lives, I have to apologize a little bit because, you know, well, first of all, I don't script, so it's all free. So if you can't tell, I'm just fucking talking on my ass right now. But these help. It helps me kind of like just like get things out. It helps me work through things. So thanks for watching me work through things. But hopefully, you know, you can gain some insight too. I do try to kind of tie it into things that you ask me. Hello, Danny Phantom. I do try to make it relevant for everybody because, you know, this is something. Okay, good. Okay. We like the way I explain it. I don't know how to explain it any other way, just, you know, from experience. And like I've learned what I've learned. Studied a lot. I have a degree in behavioral science. I've been studying the law of attraction for 8 years, but only since I have gone into the 30-day challenge that I put myself into has like, it's like all this knowledge is just like, well, I'm downloading. I mean, I'm an open channel. I'm a receiver. Well, we're all receivers, but I'm not offering resistance, or I'm doing my best to release my resistance where I have it so that things can come easier and I can just kind of receive the messages and receive the information. So I do have a free, that's a good time to mention this. Hi. Ooh, okay. Oh my God, Danny, divine timing. Cause I was just saying that. No, it's okay. You came at the perfect time. You came at the perfect time because I was just going to say my challenge, 30-day challenge. If you go to my website, roxyleehart.com/get more Roxy Talks, you can download my free 30-day challenge. So I was meditating one day and I got this idea that I should I should keep myself in alignment for 30 days. And it happened on June 3rd, but I had been in alignment for 2 days straight. And it was the third day and I was like, I'm still in alignment. And something was like, do this for 30 days. So it just kind of, all these ideas unfolded, and finally it came to the idea, like maybe a week or so in, I realized, okay, this is something that I am supposed to be building out and sharing with other people. It just became very clear. So then I started recording what I was learning every single day. And then so then I took all those lessons, all 30 of my lessons, and I made it into a calendar, and it's got a special like bonus of tips and tricks that I learned like in general to kind of help you apply it and kind of like use it in your life. So you can download that for free at my website, roxyleehart.com/get more Roxy Talks. And if you want, I have a boot camp, which is, it's the same thing. It's the challenge, but it's me with you for 4 weeks, a weekly live chat session where I help you go through it because, I mean, I've been there. It's worth it. It's definitely doable on your own, but it's not super easy sometimes. And I know if I had had somebody to help me through it and kind of talk me through things, it would have been a little bit easier of a ride. So what I'm offering is something, it's not mandatory. You still get the free thing, but if you want my help, you can sign up for the boot camp, and it's 4 weeks of me like cheerleading you, holding you accountable, making sure you're doing it. Because my big thing is like, download it for free, have it, I don't care. But if you're not going to do the work, I can't help you anyways. And I really honestly, like, I don't like helping people that don't take my advice, because it's not that I don't want to help you, but it's just really annoying. You know, I can tell the people who take my advice and the ones who don't, because some people I give advice to and then they come back with success stories, or they come back with new problems. Sometimes I tell people advice and they come back to me with the same question over and over and over and over, and it's just really like annoying. And I just like, you know, like, I'm telling you the answer. Like, do it or don't, but just like don't come back to me for the same advice. I'm not going to tell you anything different. So, anywho, I really want to help. I really want to, guide you, but I can only help, if you're willing to do it yourself. So, download the 30-day challenge. If it looks like something that you want my guidance on, you can join the boot camp. It's ongoing. It'll happen from now until I decide to stop doing it, but it will be a group effort. You'll be in there with other people who are going through it as well, so you'll be able to kind of get ideas off of them. You'll be able to gain clarity through the situations that other people are going through. You'll be able to meet like-minded people. And I'm also offering the downloads, the sessions, the chat sessions, you'll get as an MP3 download as well, so you can listen back to them, because a lot of times you miss things in the moment. I don't know how to look back. I missed that chat. You miss things in the moment. Yes. Okay. Will this help someone who has desires but feel like they're unattainable? That's exactly what it is. It's 100% exactly what it is, because that's your whole life. Your whole life is a desire. Everything that you ever want to achieve is a desire. Any goal that you ever have, any job you want, any person you want to be with, anything that you want to do in your life is a desire, if you think about it like that. So it's everything. That's 100% everything. Absolutely will help you. Go through the challenge. If you want more help, if you have questions, of course, email me and I can talk you through it, and we can decide together if it's something, or you can decide. I will help you. If it's something that you want to do, the extra boot camp, absolutely doable, not a requirement. I'll still help you out as much as I can, but it's just, it's getting to the point where I can't do like full sessions of coaching and stuff through text and email. So I want to, in order for me to actually help better and to make these changes a habit in your life, and give them some sticking power, I don't want to use the word work, because we don't want to think about anything taking effort. It's more focus. It takes focus. It takes focus every single day and dedication to yourself. It takes a desire. Again, here we're talking about desires. It takes a desire to want better for yourself, and to know that you deserve it, and to ultimately know that it's in your hands either way, because you are creating your reality all the time, in every moment, and you have nobody to blame but yourself. You have no external force, no situation, nothing from the past, nothing from your present, no person, no family member, no job, nothing can make you feel or make you react to anything in any certain way. That's 100% on you. So you have to learn how to, sorry, I'm trying to read and not trail off. You have to learn how to harness it. That's the truth, if you want to gain control. And I'm with you there. Like, I have severe anger issues, and I have a lot of doubts. And so that's where I'm kind of working, is to get rid of the fear thoughts, like but what if this, what if that, what about this, how's this gonna, what about this, blah, blah, blah. That's what I said, that's my thing. And then, of course, rage, everyone's favorite. Let's see. Okay, you're starting the challenge tomorrow. Let me know how it goes for you. If you need any clarity, email me or DM me on Instagram. This must be what you asked for. It absolutely is, Danny Phantom. Welcome. I'm so proud of you. That's so cool, because that means it led you to me. I love that. Yay. Okay, you have to do it now, because you were being called. We're vibrating on the same frequency. I'm a co-conspirator in your world, and you're a co-conspirator in mine. Everybody who's watching this is a co-conspirator. We're all co-conspirators in each other's world right now. This is cool, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I thank everybody for watching. I'm super excited to focus full time on this, guys. Because I have to hold back, because I only have, there's only so many hours in the day. Hello. It does, the title is perfect. Exactly. It is divine timing. It's exactly what you asked for, and it's coming to you at the right time. And even this, like this live thing, we'll see. I might do this more now, because I don't have, the 9 to 5 to chain me to it. And I really enjoy the live kind of interaction is fun. And that's what by the way, let me say the boot camp will be a lot like this. It'll be chats. We'll be discussing your personal issues, but we'll also be doing hot seats. So you can you'll kind of email your questions beforehand so I can really deep dive with you, and then we can like get at the root of your issue in the moment with everybody. You guys are so awesome. Thank you. What a great Monday. This is a good one. The whole point of this Mindset Monday was to just kind of set ourselves up for a positive week with the best intentions, the best mind frame going forward. Mondays, whatever, like it's just important. You have to set the tone for your day. You have to set the tone for every situation you go into. If you're going to go get your oil change, make an intention before you go in. It's going to be really fast. They're going to call me up first. I'm going to sit in there for 10 minutes. Or, I mean, maybe you want your oil change to take a little bit longer than that. Whatever. Just set your intentions before you go into every situation and see how the world responds, because once you start doing it and once you start making that your habit, it's like crazy how everything just works out. Even my husband and I were at what's that place called? Sprouts. And we were buying some LaCroix, and it was on sale, and it was all sold out. And we were like, damn, everyone got the LaCroix. Like the whole store had been picked over or whatever. And we were just about to leave, and we're walking out, and we see this lone cart by itself, and it had just 2 packs of LaCroix in it. Just that's all. Well, it had some grapes in it too, but whatever. It was just 2 packs of LaCroix and then like some grapes. And we sat there and stared at it. He was like, is this for us? And I said, I think this might be for us. And we watched everybody that was around. Everybody either had a cart or a basket. Nobody was like, I was like, these are for us. And we just like, grabbed it, jabbed him. Hold on, guys, I'm getting ahead of myself. We jammed out, we grabbed the LaCroix. And it was like, it was left for us. So it's those little moments. It's those little like, it's like I'm in control and I'm doing cool things for myself. That's what we're going for at all times. And that's my goal, because I don't know how my goals and dreams are going to come about any other way, because I've tried it all the other hard ways. I've tried it all. And so I'm trying the easy way, trying the positive route. This is something I've never done before. So definitely excited to have you on my journey, and you be a part of me be a part of your journey as well, because, again, we're co-conspirators. We're kind of co-creating together. We're all interweaving our fabrics and our threads with each other, and the universe is pulling billions and billions and billions of strings to bring about all of the things that you want for yourself. So the best way to achieve those things, the more often and more of the time, is just to put yourself into a positive mode, a positive mind frame. A positive mood is probably the best way to say it. For me, that's the word that resonates the most with me, because I'm a moody ass bitch, and I like now that I make a good mood, like it has to be the thing. It's just life is very sweet, and divine timing is really fun to experience and watch. And the more you revel in it, the more you just sink into the oh yes, I made that happen. Just every time it happens, just soak it in a little bit. Think about it for 30 seconds to a minute, just how cool it is. Just oh my God, oh my God. Do that more often. Make being in a good mood the most important. There is nothing more important. Literally nothing more important, because this controls and determines everything in your life. It doesn't matter if it's love, money, house, friendships, relationships, job. What are the things those are the things that most people care about the most. All of those things, all of them will be affected for the better if you change your mood overall, for everything. It's across the board. You start raising your vibration in reference to one thing. Keep that active, keep that feeling alive, recall those moments, remember how that feels and resonate with it, and it starts spreading across every aspect of your life, just the way negativity does, just the way that when you stub your toe, 10 minutes later you break a nail, and then 10 minutes later you get a phone call from someone you hate or something, and then then you're in traffic. And it's the same way that negative emotion just seeps into every aspect of your life. You have a bad day and then you come home and fight with your spouse, whatever it is. Like, how negativity takes over. Positivity does the same thing. And it takes just as much effort to stay pissed and allow yourself to manifest more shitty stuff than it does to change your mood and focus on feeling incrementally better every little step backwards until you're not feeling like a piece of shit anymore. And then you just kind of stay there. Find that feeling of satisfaction. That's the level you want. That's your base. Don't try not to ever dip below satisfaction. Revel in your satisfaction. Feel it. Feel everything above it, of course, but try to keep it at satisfaction, and your world will reflect that for sure. The relationships will change. The job will change. The situation will change. You will change for the better. And then the world. That's the ultimate goal. It starts at home. Some people tell me that I should go into politics, and I'm like, no. Do you want to see this mood like drop a million? I can't even look at anything political without immediately feeling negative. So I'm not going to change anybody for the better going out at something full force that is inherently negative. So my goal is to help people at home, because that's where it starts. It starts at number one. Change starts here. You start changing, and then the people that you live with start changing, and then your people around you start changing, the people in your life, your friends, your coworkers, your family, and then the people in their life start changing, and that's how we spread positivity. Not by jumping into a fucking shitstorm of energy that's been brewing by billions of people for years, hundreds and thousands of years. That's way too much momentum for little old me to do anything about. So if I can direct my focus to helping people one at a time, change their minds, change the way they view the world, change the way they view themselves, learn to love themselves, learn to truly, truly love this particular existence, that is my goal, and that is what will affect change on the whole planet. So if you want to work with me, specifically one-on-one, go to roxyleehart.com/get-more-Roxy-talks. You can sign up for, I do one-on-one coaching. We have a live workshop coming up, manifesting a specific person, that's happening August 3rd, 12 p.m. PST. It will be via Zoom or Google Chat, so you can join that anywhere in the world. And of course, the 30-day challenge, free download at my website, roxyleehart.com/get-more-Roxy-talks. You can join the challenge that has changed my life. And, sorry, so long. And if you want my help guiding you every step of the way through the challenge, you can sign up for the Bootcamp, which does cost money. You want my undivided? I got to pay the bills. But you don't have to. You definitely don't have to. You can have the challenge for free. You can email me if you have any questions. I'll still talk to you. DM me on Instagram, whatever. And just stay focused on what makes you happy. That's all that matters in any moment. Yeah, and this girl loves to eat. We need to buy all them vegetables. Okay. The downloading, it's a little bit funky. It's going to send me an email, and then I'll send it to you, okay? We're still working out the kinks, okay? We're brand new. We just quit our job. Just did this, okay? Okay, yeah, send me the email. I know, okay, by the time this goes out, like by next week, it'll be all set up. So, but yeah, right now it's through email, but I'll still send it to you. And, you guys just let me know if you want to move forward with the boot camp. Email me, of course, and if you have any questions, DM me on Instagram, and I will help with whatever I can. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with me live. This has been fun. I enjoy the interaction. Love you, girl. I definitely enjoy the interaction. It's fun to answer your questions live. I'm excited for the boot camp and the workshop. So if you're interested in more info, roxyleehart.com. /get more Roxy talks. And yeah, we're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you. Thanks, guys.